Hey y'all, it's your girl Nakina. Today I'm going to be giving my review on Riverdale Season 5 Episode 6 Chapter 82 Back to School. In case you wonder what I'm looking at my board. But anyway y'all, where do I start? I'm going to get started with Veronica. Okay, Veronica took Smithers, Smithers and Veronica was together. They was looking at this location, and she was mentioning that she wants to bring a jewelry store to Riverdale, which could actually bring a little bit of joy. You know, she's right about that. She was saying that she didn't want, I guess, her husband to really like have any control. I guess because he's controlling, which is very much a similarity to her father, Hiram Lodge. You know. She was discussing, you know, she basically want to bring a little bit of joy to Riverdale. You know, Riverdale has changed a whole lot. Hiram Lodge just got it so just down. It's not a happy place anymore. I mean, they always dealt with stuff there, but it's just like now it's all over the place. What am I forgetting? Oh, so Veronica's husband Chad, he ended up coming from New York to Riverdale, and he surprised her. You know, she just started as a teacher at Riverdale High. Veronica, Chad, I said Chad, Veronica, Archie, Kevin, just basically, you know, they all teaming up and they trying to bring Riverdale High, you know, in good spirits. They're trying to get it in good spirits. He came there, and basically they ended up having like a karaoke night. Now, Veronica mentioned that he did not like karaoke, I guess, or whatever, but he did it anyway. He saw Archie, and it was just like something snapped in him, which got me wondering, is he gonna start acting like Hiram Lodge, like completely, like, cause it's coming out real slowly with him. But anyway, he was singing, and it was so beautiful. She was singing, he was singing. They looked so happy up there. And I noticed Archie and Betty kept looking up there, you know, not necessarily like, oh, that's cute. They was looking like they was just wasn't feeling it, okay? Now, we have been seeing Betty and Archie hook up constantly, right? Because in this episode, they hooked up again in the car, which gave me Miss Grundy vibes. I don't know. But yeah, so they hooked up. And while they were singing, Kevin, he got all teary-eyed. I guess it was just that beautiful, you know. He was sitting next to his man and stuff. And, you know, they was having a good time. It looked like they was like reconnecting, you know, because it's like tension between Veronica and her husband. Is what it's looking like. And they had a good time, you know, they did what they did, you know, to do. And next day, you thinking it's going to be all good with them, because she took him to the store that she's thinking about, you know, the location she's thinking about putting a jewelry store at. And he's just looking at her like, okay, you want a jewelry store here, Riverdale, but we live in New York, you know. And it looked like he was okay with it, you know, he was going along supporting his wife. But then it got to a point where Archie came to the house, and he needed somebody to, I guess you could say, invest in the football team, you know, for like, what am I trying to say, y'all? You know, for the equipment, the gear and stuff, the uniform. He needed somebody to invest in it, you know, to help him out. And he went and asked who? Veronica. And I think the reason he went to go ask Veronica, because he knew Veronica had a soft spot for him, because, you know, they clearly have a past. Archie can ask Veronica to move the moon and the earth, no matter how wrong he has done her constantly. She just, you know, and her husband wasn't having it. He noticed that, and he told him that since they was talking about renovating, you know, the little apartment or whatever that Veronica been living in. He was thinking about doing some renovations to it, and he was, you know, he was making it seem as if they was gonna be good, which I thought him and Veronica was gonna be good. I thought for sure they was just gonna start getting along, because they always at each other is what it seemed like they competing, like how her and her dad was. But anyway, yeah, he caught on to it, and he told Archie, you can renovate this place. That'll pay us back for the money you want. Because he was like, you know, Archie just got out the army, military, whatever, and he was like, you know, he's sure he don't want a handout. He want to earn it. the way Archie looked was like he just wanted to come and get the money and go. He didn't want to earn that money. I mean, come on, I know y'all seen it. Archie did not want to earn that money. He had no problem with it, but he just wanted that handout. He wanted to pay her back when he could, and that was going to be the end of it. But her husband, no, I think something is going to happen between the two. I don't know if it's going to be a fight or what it's going to be. Because you know Hiram Lodge don't like Archie, okay? Obviously, Chad don't like Archie. Who do like Archie other than the women? Is what it seemed like. I'm just saying. But yeah, so and then Chad mentioned that he talked to Veronica's dad. Now Veronica, if I recall it right, if I'm remembering it right, I remember her dad saying that she didn't even, I guess, tell him that she had got married or invited him to the wedding, you know, right at that time. I guess he found out late. And, you know, if he's keeping in contact with her husband, then something is going to occur. Something is going to happen. I can't wait to see what it's going to be, because what my theory is that Hiram Lodge and her husband going to turn out to be doing business together behind her back. That's what I'm expecting. That is what I'm expecting it to be, because she asked her daddy if he would talk to Chad. And keep in mind, if this man is just like your daddy and you don't like your daddy like that, why are you with him? I mean, you don't want to be bothered with your dad, but you want to be bothered being married to someone who just like him. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I just don't make it make sense. Anyway, Betty and Kevin, they went on a search looking for Polly, basically. Some trucker boy 69 or something like that. I guess it's like a dating site where the girls meet up with trucker guys and they do what they do, I just say. And apparently her sister was keeping in contact with that person. And Betty chose to message him, and basically, you know, she basically made it seem like, oh, thanks for last night, da da da, I'd love to meet you again, type of thing. So she went to meet up with him in her little FBI jacket and stuff. And you know, before she got in the truck with him, they noticed it was a girl walking with a whole wad of cash. But they didn't talk to her. They went straight over there to the truck where the guy was, because he had pulled up. Now, he's sitting here putting a spray in his mouth, trying to get his breath right, when it turns out he was meeting with Betty and not the sister. So she got in and she asked him what her sister was, you know, and all that. He told her where he last seen her. Said she got out the truck, ran, you know, acting a little paranoid, whatever. She ended up taking him in, I guess, for questioning or whatever. But it pretty much didn't really get her nowhere. Her mom, she told her mom about it. She told her she needed her help. And they went looking for Polly. They found like her purse with her, you know, personal things and whatnot on the side of the road. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, okay, that obviously was the truck. I could have swore we saw that episode, and she was running right in that direction. Now, there is the trucker who's saying he mentioned where he last saw her and how it went. But my theory is it's going to turn out he did something with her, that he played mind games with Betty. That's what I think. Either it's him or it's going to turn out to be somebody else got to it. But I'm wondering if she's even still alive, to be honest. That's something I'm wondering. I don't know. At the end of the episode, they just left us clueless as usual. We just see they calling her phone. I'm hoping they gonna find her alive. I don't know. It's looking like she gone. I don't know. You never know with Riverdale, because one minute you think is one thing, it turned out to be another. So who knows? Let me see. Who am I forgetting? Now, Hiram Lodge and Reggie. You know, Reggie is Hiram Lodge's right-hand man now, or whatever. Now, Reggie is the coach of the football team for the school that Hiram Lodge owns now. What is it? Stonewall Prep, I think the school called. And Archie wants to be the coach for Riverdale High. So, Archie feels that if he can lift the spirits for Riverdale High, he can make the town care again about where they live, you know. So Hiram Lodge, keep in mind, he's smart. So he knows that's what Archie is up to. He's telling Reggie, basically, he look, they got to do something about it. They got to, you know, come up with a plan, because they not liking it. Now, Archie got mad because when him and Betty was hooking up in the car or whatever, the school was on fire inside. I guess a team of dudes or whatever, they came in, most likely Harlem Lodge is doing, of course. They started a fire, and Betty and Archie put the fire. So the next day, Archie is explaining what happened, and they asked him, like, where were you again? How did you know? You know, this and that and that. So he didn't say, oh yeah, me and Betty was hooking up. He went to saying A to Z what he was doing, taking a jog or something like that it was. And I'm thinking to myself, like, what was the purpose of lying? Because I'm expecting, because he said he was taking a jog, when everybody start putting a piece together, they're gonna figure out that Betty and Archie been hooking up. They gonna figure it out. If Hiram Lodge don't already know that him and Betty been hooking up 24/7, you just never know. It's always a surprise with this show. But yeah, Tony, she decided to take over the Vixens. Come on now, look. I think she did that to get Cheryl's attention, okay? Because she want her girl back, okay? She want her back. And that was Cheryl's thing, the Vixens, okay? That was her thing. And now Tony reviving it, bringing it back. I see in the trailer for the next episode, it looked like Cheryl and Tony gonna be competing against each other, you know, dancing and stuff or whatever. And I'm like, okay, maybe that's her way of getting Cheryl back, you know, where she at, you know? I don't know. Hopefully it works out is all I'm gonna say, because Cheryl will snap when it comes to her Vixens, okay? We all have seen it. Who am I forgetting? Let me see. I covered Veronica. Oh yeah, Veronica decided to pack up her husband's his clothes and stuff, packed his luggage. And she basically told him she tried to figure out if she's a Pops girl or, you know, a New York girl, you know. Basically told him they need some space. Now, this is what makes me think. It really makes me think. Okay, she said they already, to her, needed space before she left, okay? But I feel like because she's around Archie again and the way he was with Archie, and you know how Veronica is, she don't like nobody treating Archie any kind of way, okay? She babies him. Yeah, I ain't gonna get on that topic right now. But, you know, the way he was treating him, which was kind of rude. Not counter. It was rude how he was treating Archie. I mean, we all know how Veronica is about Archie, but I feel like that's what pushed her because of the way he treated him. And I'm hoping that she gonna have the common sense not to climb back in the bed with Archie. Keep in mind, Betty is already climbing the bed with him. And you know how they always is. It already irritated me that Archie did her wrong, you know, season 4, him and Betty, and she's just kumbaya with him. You know, just, I ain't saying don't get along, but I'm just saying, by them did that to her, I would not trust Archie with my heart no more, baby. I would not. Because Betty's gonna be right there in the bed with him. And then in their 20s, and they freaking sneaking around. Like, you not with Jughead, he not with Veronica. Why are y'all sneaking around? I don't understand it. They act as if they still with the other two. Dang. But yeah, oh yeah, and the Mothman. Apparently something with the Mothman, cause you know Jughead is writing a book. He met up with a man and he was telling him that he would love, I guess, to go with the Mothman and all this and that. And Jughead is looking at him like, what, Mothman? And he was reading books, well, a book, and I guess he was telling him about it, and I guess Jughead decided to go ahead and take on the story. So we will get to see what's going to happen, because now you got a spaceship and the Mothman, and you already got Hiram Lodge you're dealing with, and Reggie. It's so much going on at this point, okay? But hopefully we would actually get to see if Polly is alive or not, or they're gonna drag it out, not tell us in that episode, but then the next episode maybe we'll finally find out, because they love to drag it out and it works my nerve. But yeah, we shall see what's gonna happen. I thank y'all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.